hmm there's what's known as intoxicated. Yes. Having the brain affected by the presence in the body of drug or alcohol. Yes. Inebriated. Now, somebody had the nose that liked to smell the alcohol on the breath of those that were drinking in bars. Yes. And it seemed that the sheriff liked to be able to be on somebody while they were drinking, Sheriff Bill Benedict. Yeah. And then you just smell their breath, yes, through their nose so that you could pull them over for DUI. Now, when we look at the actual noses of each and every sheriff in each county, yes, get me their nose. See, I have this problem with those in law enforcement, yes, that don't drink, yes, but they drink through those that do, yes. And for all of you in the police department that don't use drugs, yeah, but you do use drugs through the individual that does use drugs, yes, you're a user of drugs through those that use drugs. Oh, now thinking about this bee and the bloating effect of those that have celiac disease, yes, because it looked like Marilyn was a little bloated in that actual sermon. No, I'm not trying to be offensive. I expect that she has some tummy fat. Yes. And I look forward to seeing it. But there is this problem of law enforcement using technology, yes, to drink through those that drink, yes, and use drugs through those that use drugs. Now, I happen to know that a lot of those in police departments, they frown on drinking and drug usage, Brent Baston. Yes. But they have no problem being on the individual that does drink, yes, or being on the individual that does use drugs. Mm-hmm. Now, my experience has been, Officer Swift, yes, that these witches that say, well, I'll put a lizard in my rectum and run the electric grid through me, yes. Anytime that you feel a compulsion to cause an individual to use drugs, yes, so you can use the drugs that they're using through their individual bodies, yeah, you're really the drug user that keeps taking the effects of the drugs that they're using. See, I have been to a lot of anonymity meetings, yes, and a lot of people ask, well, did he use crystal meth? I didn't. Mm-mm. Did he use heroin? Nope, I didn't. I didn't actually use any narcotics. What happened was I had a really good friend, yes, had just the teeniest little crystal meth problem. It was a teeny crystal meth problem. And I noticed that he was up polishing his car all night long, every night, yes, as if he was trying to get just that finest detail of the individual vehicle. A lot of those that use crystal meth, they feel a compulsion to clean. Oh, that's right. Well, I was sitting there one day, and he was participating in the glass pipe of the crystal meth. And I'm looking at him like, well, I don't think you should do that, but at your house, do whatever you want. And he said, well, do you want some of this? And I thought, no, I don't. But he did sew in the addiction to crystal meth. Yes, because I noticed in my own mind, yes, there was a serious consideration to actually smoke meth. Now, when I realized the effect of what was being suggested to me, yes, and my own non-drug usage for, well, I've never used narcotics, yes, it seemed that somebody had sewn in what is known as the narcotics user sewing, yes, so that a cop could be on them, yes, using the drugs through them, yes, and then they would say, oops, so sorry, I have to arrest you now for drug usage. Oh, now, why don't you get me the police departments, yes, that think it's funny torturing American citizens so as to obligate them to use drugs so they can use the drugs through them? See, it's this little game called We Don't Know, but we fucking do right now. Now, for those of you that have had DUI problems, yeah, quite often judges, yes, could you, well, I know it's mean. But in Alcoholics Anonymous, yes, I always went to open meetings. Oh. But they have closed meetings for those that are somewhat of significance, Judge Porter, yes, Judge Kogenhauer, where you as a persona, yes, one of these politicians, right, an elected oath of office, can fulfill your drug and alcohol counseling recommendations going to closed AA and NA meetings where you have this little meeting called Alcoholics Anonymous. But really, it's a way for you to talk about how to torture the population. Now, I haven't been in those meetings because they're closed. Yep. No one ever invited me to go to a closed.